to the republic for which it stands.
One nation, under God.
Indivisible.
With liberty and justice for all.
Guns, self-defense, concealed carry. This is the Patriot Defense Podcast. From the war room in Idaho's high desert, here's your host, Todd Eccles.
Here we are again. It is Saturday night. Once again, we are tucked away in the war room somewhere in the high desert of southern Idaho. I'm here today with Mr. Dean. I almost forgot your name. Serious. It's been a while. The prodigal son.
Yeah.
And we got Mr. Kevin Tarver.
I have no life. I'm here.
What does that say about me? I'm always here.
I'm just hanging out outside. Could somebody let me in?
It's your man cave. This is the place to be.
I'm only come out here when we do a podcast.
Really? You don't come out here and just hang out
It's
with your TV
With
and
some-
you got the internet out here?
During the winter, I do.
I mean, you can watch YouTubes on there, and
I do. I
get
do. In the way.
Netflix on there, get Hulu. And,
Freaking Mark joined us. Hey, Mark.
hey, Mark,
We miss you, Mark.
I have to do your job.
So we got Dean.
Dude.
Dean tonight is running Facebook Live, and yeah, so we're gonna see how well he can multitask.
You can see his arm on Facebook Live.
Banana hammock. This is fantastic, dude. That's exactly what I wanted you to do. I just wanted you to comment like that all night.
Just screw around with Facebook while you guys talk.
So, Mr. D, dang it, Dean. How long? It's been a while. What's it been, like
Yes.
2 months?
It's been a while. I apologize. It's been so busy. I thought with Symphony ending and the kids getting out of school that I would have more time. It's actually gotten more busy. The kids have got more crap.
More
they're
crap
doing.
going on. I just ignore mine.
Serious. Oh.
They'll grow up in a little while.
They grow up fast. Just let it go. Just let it
Once they're
happen.
18, they're out of the house, and you don't worry. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Just let the wife worry about
They
it.
can actually stay. Mine. I had one that left. Whatever. We won't go down that road. But what have you been up to that's been Second Amendment related?
Man, bear, pig.
Man, bear, pig.
Dude, I had a nightmare about man, bear, pig once.
Oh.
Serious. It was. Anyway, that's a Percocet story.
yeah, that is a Percocet story.
Yeah, I watched that episode on South Park, the new one with the better man, bear, pig. That.
Hey, I've never watched South
I
Park.
was thinking, say, I'm kind of lost on that too. I didn't know if you was talking about Al Gore or.
Yeah, it's an Al Gore thing.
Okay.
They totally make fun of Al Gore that the man bear pig is climate change, and no one believes that man bear pig exists. Anyway, yeah.
So what have you done? Second Amendment related?
I started reloading again.
Did you? Did you?
Yeah.
I haven't.
I finished off all the 357 that I had laying around.
Uh-huh.
Loaded all, or at least the powder coated lead bullets that I had.
Now it's time to go shoot it.
Right? I've got about 600 rounds of the 357.
Bring it
loaded
over.
up.
It'll take us 10 minutes.
Right? And then I started up with 45. And my bike, I tried it is red, so I pulled out some red powder coat.
Are you matching your ammo with your bike?
Yeah, no, it's too red. It's too bright red. You know that red you get from Harbor Freight?
Yeah.
It is so
You can
red.
mix the powders together.
It's like a supervillain, man. You're getting
You
color coded bullet.
can mix the powders together.
I thought if you did that it would just run because the particles.
No, it'll
do the thing.
That might look cool,
look
too.
like flecky.
Yeah.
Because I made like a brown color.
What?
I mixed like gold and like black, and it
On
made
purpose?
like a leathery color. Yeah. It was like a bronze, man.
You made brown.
You mean
I
like
made
brass
brown.
usually looks? You went through all that work?
So yeah, my little 45s look like
camouflaging
little
it.
lipsticks.
Yeah.
I gave my mother-in-law. She was in town during her birthday.
Is that why you got a red motorcycle?
A red one?
And
No. Well, here's the deal. I can't have a black one and black it out. The wife said I can't. After the wreck, she said you have to
you
have
got it rightly
chrome
colored.
and a color and.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay, whatever. Okay, yeah. At least I get a ride still.
So you've been
But anyways,
reloading.
I reloaded and I made sure I had. I picked out a bunch of cases that were all the same manufacturer, and I measured them up and did them all pretty, and I gave 50 of them to my mother-in-law, who shoots a 1911 for her birthday.
So it could jam.
What? No.
I could have reloaded some 45 for her.
What?
I could have reloaded some 45 for her. You like?
Yeah,
shoot
sure
my
as hell
reloads.
wouldn't jam it. Blow the thing back into her forehead and blow the slide off.
Dean, we've gone over this before. Dean hates the way I reload. Just
Well, I've heard about it.
Do you-
I've
a
heard
pinch
about
of this,
Do you
a
have-
pinch of that.
Tell me, Todd, do you have a reloading manual?
No.
Really?
You have no reloading manual.
No, why would I have a manual? I've got the freaking internet.
Just fill it up. And
I've got reloading forums at the tips of my fingertips right here. Just
That type of reloading went out in 1890 when they introduced smokeless powder.
it works.
I'm amazed you still have all
Just
your fingers.
fill it in until it touches the bullet and pack it in there real nice and
Yeah,
tight. And
soon enough, we're going to be calling you Lefty.
if there's a little room, you add a little bit more.
All right.
Yeah.
Compressed loads.
There you go.
Yeah.
They work good.
Yeah.
You just got to make sure your gun's set up for plus P. And yeah, what have you done? Second Amendment relay. Oh, well, we did something together.
What do we do?
We shot your CZ.
Yeah.
You got a CZ?
I got one.
You got the new one.
I don't
The
know.
one you wanted? Is it a 9?
I got the P10. Yeah.
9 millimeter?
Yeah.
Not a 10?
No.
Ah.
No, it's the CZ P10. Is it P10? You got me confused.
I
huh?
don't freaking know. It's
We
big.
don't throw out too many numbers.
So what did you think of it?
I'm in the market for another gun.
Okay, because I got someone who's waiting for a review.
Well, I do like it. Once you shoot a Canic, man, it's kind of hard to. It's not as good. Right now, the trigger is a little crunchy, and it pinches your finger. It pinches mine. Did it pinch your finger?
No.
Pinching mine, and I'm like, maybe I'm just weird or something. And then somebody else told me, yeah, I can't shoot as easy. They pinch my finger. I'm like, I know exactly what you're talking about. They pinch me.
They pinch your trigger finger?
Yeah, it comes up enough that and other people were saying that, and I'm like, okay, well, it's not just I'm some weirdo.
Okay, so the trigger comes up enough that your finger kind of fits under it. When you pull back on it, it pinches it.
Yeah, catching a little bit. So I'm getting a little pinch. It's a little crunchy.
Like the bottom of the trigger
It
pinches
fits great. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was a shooter, though.
So you just need to lose weight?
Well, I'm on a hand diet, so I'm working on it.
Yeah,
But
it was a shooter, though.
no, I talked to
I like it.
talked to a guy who's, I don't know, 130 pounds. He's like, yeah, it pinches my finger. I'm like, okay, it's not me. I thought maybe I'm just weird.
Huh.
Maybe I'm.
I didn't think it was horrible. I mean,
What if you do like quick drills with it, where you're not setting it up and thinking about it? Does it still pinch?
I don't know. We just put one mag through it, and we hadn't really tested it out. We had to break and run, but it's like, hey, we got to do something. We got to shoot it a little bit,
Right.
And maybe the trigger will break in. I don't know, but I think I'm gonna just get another Canic.
the trigger. The trigger felt a little different. It's got a little.
Well, I don't know if it's got a break-in period to it.
It's got a little creep to it. It's just a little.
Well, yeah, you said it was crunchy.
Yeah.
It's a little.
You need to get a fine stone inside there and
All
polish it up.
$40. I'll get
Man.
it fixed up for you.
Yeah, I tell you what, give me a fine stone and you can.
Says the man who's had a broken Taurus revolver.
It's because I
for
haven't ordered
5-6
I
years.
haven't ordered the parts.
and
Well.
he never cleans his weapons.
Never.
You let me start gunsmithing and it'll be a nice paperweight.
I got a Dremel tool. We'll fix that sucker.
Okay, there you go. Why didn't you tell me?
I'll rig a small stone up to my Makita my Makita grinder. We'll get in there. We'll smooth that out for you. You wouldn't even know it's
That's
there.
right. Fine
Yeah,
stone on
probably
your
won't.
angle grinder.
That's right.
Fire it up.
Fire it up.
True.
So other than that, yeah, I don't know. I shot some guns today.
What'd you shoot?
My guns.
Well, which one? Smith & Wesson?
Yeah, the basic guns. But our listener, Morgan stopped by, Morgan Yoakum, and he stopped by, and he brought a Smith & Wesson. I didn't even know what model or what it is. Smith & Wesson long barrel 357. That sucker was sweet to shoot. I don't know if he's watching this or not.
He had a what? I'm sorry.
It was a Smith & Wesson revolver, 357.
A revolver?
Yeah.
You shot a
You?
revolver?
Huh?
I like a nice revolver.
Oh, man, my blood pressure just shot up in my head with that one.
I just don't want to carry one. What?
I'm gonna have an
can't-
aneurysm.
we
My
can't
bullshit
even-
meter just went off the.
We can't even see
Off
you.
the
We
chart.
can't even see you on the camera.
Do I need to move so you can see my
panis?
penis? Holy
So what was this revolver?
Smith & Wesson 350. I don't know what model or anything.
Was it large?
They all look alike.
Probably 686. That's what everybody's
A
got.
big one? That's not the mountain gun, is it?
No.
Oh.
It was good. I guess what I get to shoot here next
think
month. A buddy of mine's coming over. He's bringing his family over. We talked about this in the podcast. Right. He's bringing over 500 Smith and Kasul.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, for me to shoot after class. So.
Oh, my
It'll be
goodness.
fun to watch.
Oh, my goodness.
I'll record it. I got no problem doing
That's
it.
a whole lot of gun, man. It ain't got no give and no mercy.
We shot your 50 A&E. That wasn't too bad.
Well, it's got 2 rods in it that...
Plus, the recoil helps a little bit.
Can't wait. It's got
not
2
the
springs
recoil,
in
the
it just
slide.
for the recoil to slow it down.
It's got 2 slots.
I had to take it apart and show it to you. But,
Yeah.
And if you start asking me, what is the part? Hell, I don't know. It's 2 springs in there. That take a lot of the recoil out. But that 50, that 500, ooh, man.
It's a monster, huh?
I'm excited.
It's just metal.
Wow.
It's a bullet on metal. That's all you got.
Wow.
It's nothing, man.
I'm so excited.
Put a leaf spring in between the handle and the...
But what else?
Just
Anything else? Or
just put the damn thing in a ransom rest and just stand beside it and pull the trigger so you don't have to deal with the recoil.
Well, if he's going to record it, you posting this on Facebook, huh?
Yeah. It'll be next month.
All right.
So if nobody sees it, it didn't go well.
Oh no!
Don't hit yourself in the forehead.
I'll post it no matter what.
You're gonna have a 500 Smith & Wesson sight right here, the mark.
No, I'm not gonna be that guy.
Yeah, shoot it one-handed the first time,
I will.
like this.
I'm gonna draw it from appendix.
After you do some burpees, right?
That's right. After I do some burpees with it. So
That's a lot of gun, man. That's a lot of gun.
I'm excited.
I'd shoot it. I'd shoot the thing.
Oh, so anything else? You guys do anything else? Second Amendment related? Anything?
Took my kids out to shoot here last month.
There you go.
It was great. I gave my daughter a 22 rifle for her birthday last year, May.
Right.
And then a year later, we get out to actually shoot it. I gave it to her when she turned 9, and then we went out and shot it. Holy cow, she took to it. She loved it.
What's the 22?
It's a Savage.
Okay.
Just a little dirt cheap Savage.
Right.
It's a single shot with peep sights, and it's got a little AccuTrigger type thing.
Nice.
And the trigger is really nice.
Yeah, I can't believe we had somebody complaining about the AccuTrigger. Who was that saying?
What?
Mark was saying that. Somebody was complaining about it. I'm like,
Oh, yeah. I think he said someone came into the store and was complaining about the...
not a good trigger. I'm like, dude, that's a great trigger. 30 years ago, you try and buy a trigger and see what you get.
Yeah, serious. Yeah. No, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
And she started off a little timid, single shot, so she'd load it and then daintily put the thing down. And then
bolt,
by the end of it, she's carrying around 22 shells in her pocket, and she's like ramming the thing in, puts it in. She doesn't even look what she's doing. She's looking at that pop can or that egg that she's gonna shoot. Racks it up and then brings it up slowly. Blows the shit out of it.
So it's a single shot.
Yeah, it's a single shot. Great starter.
How many rounds did she go through?
Oh my gosh, I brought how many did I bring? I brought a brick of about. It was a 500 brick. That's what they come in, right?
Right,
It's 500s, and
yeah.
there was probably 50
5
that
or
was
550.
that was gone out of it. So I think they went through about 300 to 400 rounds.
Wow.
Her and my son. My son shot his little 22 and mine. He stole my 22.
So she's pestering you to take her shooting more now.
She is. She wanted to go shooting today. I'm like, dude.
So they were shooting 22 rifles then?
Yeah.
I tell you,
yeah.
Mark has, I forget what maybe Mark, if he's watching, he'll chime in.
He's watching. He's commenting left and right.
Mark's got he bought a Taurus 22.
Uh-huh.
And I forget the model of it, man. That is a slick little 20. Looks just like a 9mm semi-auto pistol, and that thing just runs
it's
like.
cheap.
Is the grip big, or is it
It's
small
like-
enough a
it's-
kid could shoot
I think
it?
a kid might be able to grab it. I think it depends on the size of the kid. I haven't seen your kids for a while. How big they are.
They still got little hands. They got little hands, yeah. Because my daughter really wants to shoot pistol really bad, and even getting airsoft and
That
BB
thing-
guns, they all have great
Big grip.
big
That
grips. Yeah.
That thing has absolutely no recoil whatsoever. And Mark wants me to remind you to scroll up for comments when they fill up.
Where's the scroll?
2 fingers on the pad, and then
See,
move
Mark's
up.
having
TX22. There you go.
And that's
It's a Taurus
that's the
TX22. You got to
Okay.
do that every now and then when it gets full. You got it. So it's a wonderful pistol. We're running ammo through it. We've had him use it in like four different classes.
This is the one you're not cleaning.
The thing hasn't jammed at
That's
all.
all up.
It runs, dude. No, Mark cleans his gun every time you look at it. He pulls it out of the safe and then like cleans it again afterwards. Not me.
Wow.
So I convinced him to just let this one go. And dude,
It's still hitting it.
Yep, it only got hicked up one time, and I blame the ammo.
Yeah.
But other than that, the thing just goes, just bang, bang, bang,
Nice.
and it's accurate, and everyone that shoots it freaking wants one. It's not. It's a good little gun, man.
And you said it's cheap. It's pretty inexpensive.
Yeah, it's
like
Taurus.
it's like $300 or something like
Yeah.
that.
I don't know if it was that high.
I don't know. He'll correct me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to scroll up, and he'll correct
Oh,
if he's commenting. So, other than that,
well, at the same time that we took these kids out shooting, I also brought a 7x57 because I wanted to show them, how you.
watch Daddy shoot.
Well, not watch Daddy shoot, but gun safety. And
Right.
I brought a 2-liter of soda that
Sure.
shook it up and set it out there
That's the
and
only way to do it.
made him shoot it. And like, okay, don't point guns at people or else your head ends up like
Kaboom.
that. Yeah, blown all over.
Do you
head.
remember when we used to go out when you first moved to the area? We used to go out and like split cards and like shoot quarters and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, we were just a couple of dumb shits, weren't we? Doing that stuff.
Dude,
That
we were
was fun.
Splitting those cards is cool because you
Yeah.
get just lined up perfect, and you watch that card, you pull the trigger, hear the bang, watch, and the card would just go,
Yeah.
just fall over. We were
Or
splitting
try
cards.
to light a match or something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We were
What the hell were y'all shooting? the firearms?
nines.
World War II
Nines.
flamethrower and
Remember we got 100 yards, and I was shooting my
that was the Taurus, wasn't
that
it?
right there. Yeah,
Yeah.
we shooting at 100 yards. Remember that?
That was fun.
That
I
was-
like that. That is fun. Trying to smack that rock with that.
Oh yeah, that was a
Yeah.
ton of fun.
Y'all were shooting rocks?
No,
It was
we were
a-
shooting
yeah,
dirt
big-
clods.
Big rock about
We were
this
shooting
big,
dirt clods
out there at 100
We were
yards. trying
shooting
to-
dirt clods.
and
It was
trying
a
to-
giant ass
Uh-oh.
dirt clod.
That's not good.
100 yards out. Hey, Peter.
Hey Peter.
No, we're froze.
100 yards out there.
You know what? We're gonna leave it there. So
It froze.
don't worry about it. They may be able to.
They
keep
can still hear.
watching. Yeah, whatever.
So, also, I brought my Glock Model 30 and my 1911 too.
Right.
My son wanted to shoot pistol, and he's 12. He took out. I got the Glock out for him first because I thought he'd handle that a little bit better. Because in the past, like 4 or 5 years ago, he shot the mother-in-law's 1911 and just he just
Yeah,
was not
right.
having it.
What
He
kind
shot-
of 1911 she got?
she has a Kimber,
Okay.
just a base model, not a big fancy one.
okay.
The one that I got,
I'm just always curious whenever somebody says gun. Like,
Yeah.
what is it?
mine's kind of slicked up. It's I bought it in like 2001. It's the gold match. The guy at the counter talked me into the really nice trigger and the better sights. I'm like, I'm a dumbass because it shoots better than I can. Even my mother-in-law shoots better than I can.
They
You
give
can
you all
tell
the time.
the trigger is just a little, like you said, a little crunchy.
Yeah.
No, but it's still very smooth. It's very nice. Anyway, they get the kid out there, put him on the Glock, and he's standing back about 8 feet from the target. Lines it up, and he's got his feet right. And he's leaning into it. He's got his elbows out there in a nice,
Ready for it.
not nice triangle. His nice isosceles. Squeezes the trigger and takes out the center of the bullseye. Bam! It's gone. I'm like, holy crap, kid! Holy crap! He shoots better than me, and he's 12. Anyway, he went and unloaded that magazine. Then he got my 1911 and unloaded it a couple times. In it. He loved it. He loved shooting the 45.
45's great.
It is.
Yeah.
I don't think it's too much. I don't think it's too much of a handful. It's
No, it's
If
got
it-
its own thing with is the size of it and the speed of it. It's not
Yeah.
overwhelming.
Yeah. If my 12-year-old son can do it, and my mother-in-law, who is early 60s and has fibromyalgia,
Wow.
likes to shoot a 1911. It's her favorite gun to shoot is her 1911.
Okay.
Yeah.
She hasn't shot the easy yet.
Oh, hell no.
That easy.
Are you going to let her shoot the easy? What?
I don't know. She can shoot if she wants.
that easy is slick though.
That thing was slick. Yeah.
I got one.
I when that class I did with you, I helped that lady shoot it.
That's
slick.
A good firearm.
It's slick. It's like shooting a BB gun.
So yeah, our live feed is done. Our live feed is done. Mark said it's done on their end too. It froze up, so we'll just let it sit there. We'll be fine.
Do you end it and then restart it?
No, I'm not gonna.
Gotcha.
Play with that.
We've never tried. We don't know if it'll work.
So we got some news stories.
We do have some news stories, but I need to correct one thing from the last podcast.
Tarver will start. Okay, correct something, and then we'll go into one of your news stories.
Okay.
Sir.
First of all, let me ask you guys, how many have called the White House comment line? And of those who did, at one point I gave the wrong number, so please pay attention to the last number I gave, 202-456-1111. So call that number. You don't have to leave a name, an email.
What should they say?
Just be polite. They're going to tell you, keep it short. Basically, what they're going to do, I told them, I said, I'm a early supporter of the president, and I can no longer support him due to his attacks on the Second Amendment. She said, thank you and goodbye. And that's it. What they do is they'll take a count. They'll put you in a certain category. They don't take your name, your number, your email, nothing. You don't have to give any of that. They'll make a count of basically what your call is about, and they'll deliver that to the president. And if he can get, let's face facts, the president likes to be liked. Oh, he wants to be popular.
Yeah, he does.
Give him some feedback and push back on this possible suppressor talk that he's doing. That
what the hell is he doing?
I don't know. I am not happy.
When did that come up? Was that during a press conference? Was he?
It was supposedly this shooter in, what was it? North Virginia? No, West Virginia?
The most recent
North
shooting?
Carolina.
Yeah.
Supposedly he had a suppressor, and I'm like, no freaking way did he have a suppressor. He didn't. Can't. Because supposedly they said he got his guns a month before, and he had a suppressor. I'm like, no way he ordered a suppressor a year before that. It's not possible. He probably had a flash suppressor on it or something. I mean, it wasn't a sound suppressor. So now, of course...
Why was the dumbass going with two guns, one of them suppressed, one not?
Well, it's just reading the reports. Everybody was panicking over the sound of guns, and the cops said they responded to the sound of guns. Yeah.
Bang, bang.
I guarantee it wasn't a sound suppressor, but our president, our side is jumping the gun, to get ready to start taking something. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
Dude, he just shoots his mouth off at whatever comes to his head. He says it.
Yeah,
he has
shot
no filter.
His mouth off with the bump stock, and he took them. And I'm like, dude, that is so. Here's the problem we got with that. You had all the gun grabs you had. You had FDR, LBJ, Ronald Reagan, Bill Clinton. Whether they pushed it or not, they got legislation and they signed it into law. All right, all of them were through the Congress. This guy's acting unilaterally. He's just, I don't like this piece of plastic. We're going to call it when the ATF has already ruled on it. I got the paperwork saying it's okay. You keep this paper with you in case anybody asks. And I had to get rid of them. But
get rid of your bump stocks?
Yeah, I had to get rid of them. They got to go. And Gun Owners of America is still fighting it, so it's possible that they'll come back. They're still in court, but no, the NRA ain't. NRA encouraged him to do it.
Well, shit, the NRA's out busy fundraising.
Yeah, that's what they got to do.
I got a big article here we'll get into here in a little bit, but keep going because you got an article related to the last shooting in the suppressor.
Yeah, well, there was no suppressor, and he's jumping the gun. He's as a one man. No other president has ever made these kind of moves. I mean, not that I can recall. Like I said, you got FDR, LBJ, Reagan, and Clinton, and they all signed legislation. I don't know, was Reagan's legislation?
I can't remember.
Banning anything pre-1986, which basically banned all automatic weapons because when you limit the supply, he knows economics. You just made it a $50,000 gun and out of reach of most people. So that's pretty much a ban. Anyway, call the White House. Leave a comment. 202-456-1111. Call them. Did you call him? You said you were going to
I
call
did.
him.
I did call. Hang on. I did call, but I didn't get it recorded, so I'm going to call again.
Okay.
And I'm going to record it just to prove that the Patriot Defense Podcast. I called for me. Now I got to call for the Patriot Defense Podcast.
Okay. Call with every phone you got.
I will.
So when you call, is there a live person you talk to and they take a note of what you say,
Yeah.
or do they just record it on like a voicemail?
No, it's a live operator.
It's a live person.
You'll
Okay.
wait, and I was waiting for them to, ask your DNA and blood type and all this
Right.
other stuff. And no, they didn't ask anything. They just, make a short comment for the president. And I'm like, this is my comment. And thank you. Hung up. That was it.
Wow. Well, hopefully it gets to him, and it's not just some 11-year-old over there,
Well, you got so many.
playing Minecraft saying, "Okay, go ahead," and it's just it's not taking notes.
Yeah, well, you got. Who knows what kind of operative you got in there with their own agenda that might not tell him, but all we can do is call it.
Right.
Yep. All we can do is do what we can do and hope it gets to the right place.
Yeah.
Right.
Got to give him some feedback. If you don't, well, with the whole bump stock, everybody sit here with a smile on the face saying, it's a piece of crap. I'm like, don't let him get away with this, man. And everybody let him get away with it, and he's going to win re-election, so he's thinking this ain't hurting him at all. Need to give him some feedback.
Well, I a couple podcasts ago, I'm going to jump ahead here. A couple podcasts ago, I told you I had some hate mail. But Tarver's.
Did you pick that up?
Oh, I'm sure it picked it all up. Yep.
I love it.
I had to get a drink of water. Sorry.
So I had some hate mail by someone local here in the valley. Okay, and I kept forgetting to find it. Couldn't find it. Couldn't bring it up. But it was about one of my NRA posts. We all know what's going on with the NRA, right?
Right. Yeah.
They are slowly imploding.
Yeah, falling apart.
Defund them because your money's not going where you think it is.
It's all about graft. They're taking it off the top for themselves.
Yep, and I've actually got a list here we'll go over, but I got this email or this message. It says I won't throw out the guy's name, but it says
what was your original post? What did you say?
it was I defund the NRA pretty much.
Okay.
Defund the NRA. Your money's not going where you think it's going. And he goes, "It looks like you turned into a Democrat bot.
Wow.
Are you
Bot.
personally
That's original.
Yeah.
Wow.
Are you personally going to fund the attorneys fighting for our Second Amendment rights?"
Yes, with the gun owners of America.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Are you going to fund the state and federal politicians that are willing to stand for liberty? Are you?
Which ones are those?
Yeah, exactly. Are you going to fund training and safety courses? I teach
You
classes,
teach them.
and I do a lot of stuff. I do some stuff for free. So, are you going to fight for the rights of inner city citizens? No, the NRA is ours to do as we please. Join or shut the F up.
Whoa.
There you go. He was being tough with me.
Man,
Yeah.
I haven't gotten any hate mail.
That guy is oozing intelligence.
I did a little research.
I need some hate mail.
I did not a lot of research because this is an article that you could just find, okay, about the NRA. This just came out last week. It's called. It says NRA money flowed to board members amid allegedly lavish spending by top officials and vendors. And I'm just going to touch on some points. It's a relatively long article, okay?
Oh, that's one story.
It's one story,
Good grief.
and I didn't. I only printed about 3/4 of it because I
I'm going
didn't
to
want to run out
I'll
of
be
ink.
back.
Is it go point by point talking about their graft?
A little bit, and then it talks about the board members and the monies that they've received and what it is. Do you guys want to hear it?
Well, I know that
you're
they-
going to get attacked on.
Before there was a board member that was paid an annual salary over $200,000 and never even showed up to vote.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So
Right?
I need
I want that gig.
Yeah.
it says a former pro football player who serves on the National Rifle Association board was paid $400,000 by the group in recent years for public outreach and firearms training. Another board member collected more than $28,000 for articles in NRA publications. So some of this sounds okay, but let's flip here where it's all listed
Who
out.
gets $400,000 for
Yeah, I
PR?
can reach the public.
This
man.
guy has
I can
stepped.
do
This
public
guy has
outreach.
stepped down off the board because he said his company that he ran was going to pursue other things. Pete Brownell, his company or him or his I think him $3.1 million for products, $11,000 in membership commissions. Okay, Dave Butts, former NFL player, $400,000 for consulting.
Dave what?
Dave Butts, Butz. Richard Childress, NASCAR team owner, $123,000 is what he was paid because they purchased a truck from his company.
What? Not just a sticker on a NASCAR? Just a truck.
Charles Cotton, a lawyer, I just didn't say, he just says he received commissions. Okay, I'm going to go to the numbers. The attorney and a lawyer, $98,000 to law firm for speaking and outreach programs. Okay.
How many speeches?
I don't know.
Holy cow.
He ain't Bill Clinton.
Marion Hammer, a lobbyist for the NRA, $610,000 for consulting and lobbying.
Okay. You got to buy them votes, and politicians ain't cheap, man.
Yeah. David Keene, a GOP advisor, $80,000 for speeches, $32,000 for consulting.
What? What does a consultant even do?
I don't know. Yeah, it sounds like you're doing that right. I don't know what the consultant does.
Right? That's right, sir. It looks good. Keep it up. Where's my check?
Ted Nugent, you know how he's a big NRA backer, supposedly? Well, they pay him a healthy amount of money to do so. So it's not as big as some of the others, but just in his appearances, for his appearances with the NRA, $50,000.
Just for showing up?
Just for showing up and doing a little, where he signs some autographs and walks away.
Waving his hair. And
pretty much.
Holy balls.
Lance Olson, a former police officer, $255,000 for consulting.
A former police officer, he's got to have some kind of, fraternal order police, something. He's got to have some kind of position, right?
It just says he's a former police officer. He's on the board.
Jeez.
Yes. Those are the big numbers. But then, of course, we've also heard about. Let me find it here. I didn't get a chance to highlight it, but it's in here. Wayne LaPierre racked up hundreds of thousands of dollars in charges at a Beverly Hills clothing boutique and on foreign travel. Oliver North was forced out as president after trying to oust LaPierre. He was set to collect millions of dollars in a deal with the NRA's now estranged public relations agency, Ackerman McQueen.
So that's why he jumped ship, because he was calling him on it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Good for Ollie.
Just absolutely insane. I mean, I can go on and on. I mean, this is like 10 pages. It's not even the full freaking article.
Well, I can understand some of that.
I can too, some of it.
You're dealing with politics, and let's be honest, your politicians are for sale. They are trash. I don't care who they are. They can be bought and sold. You got people going in there with nothing, with $100,000 in their pocket. 5 years later, they got $10 million. Like, where did that come from? So I see where some of that's going, but
this guy called,
did he say $400,000 for suits?
Yeah,
or $200,000.
It says hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Man, that's a hell of a suit.
I heard over 400.
I'm a Democratic bot for saying defund the NRA. Your money's not going where you think it's going, right?
Going to dress so Wayne LaPierre can play dress up.
So he can play dress up.
Gun owners of America are fighting everything they can, and their whole budget ain't what this guy's spending on suits, and they're still fighting. They're still in court over everything, and they keep going. Those guys.
There you go. That's why.
Great.
When it comes to the NRA, that's why I believe what I believe and say what I say, and I'm a Democrat bot.
Damn you.
I take that proudly. If I'm irritating, I'm irritating someone that bad, I'm good with that.
You better move to North Korea and join their hacker team.
Yeah. Okay, next story.
Then you're going to move to Russia and start hacking our elections.
They can't have it like 4 or 5 hackers. They only got one computer. You got to do it in shifts.
Yeah, they got to take turns on there.
Stealing South Korea's Wi-Fi.
Getting close to the border so they get the signal.
They're holding their... They got some little guy running around.
Look to the left. Oh, I just had 3 bars. Oh, now it's down to 2 again.
Straighten that hanger out. Move just that tinfoil.
So this article that you threw at me says Senator Lindsey Graham proposes bill to crack down on theft from FFLs.
Okay, what kind of theft do they have?
So if someone breaks into a gun shop and steals a firearm,
ain't that against the law?
Apparently, so's murder, but that don't stop people doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can murder somebody, but you better not hate them. You better not hate them.
Damn right.
So he thinks those people should be punished?
You better love them when you kill them.
Or punished more?
You're going to be in trouble.
I think, I don't know, this article This article reads like North Korean stereo instructions. They're just really not that well written. Yeah, I think it's to make punishment worse.
I would be, so it's already against the law. They should already be getting punished. This coming from Lindsey Graham, I'd be careful. I'd be afraid that there was something else written into that thing. Does that make?
Yeah, that sounds kind of scary. I mean, good grief, to have an FFL, you gotta already have a Fort Knox in your place, locking everything up. I mean,
right. So it says this is to strengthen criminal penalties for theft of firearms from FFLs. Aww.
Yeah, I don't. That's kind
No,
of.
it is. This is like you're just saying. You better not hate the person.
Yeah, you better not hate them.
Better not. They're going to throw in a hate crime after that. So if
So
you're
my
gonna steal a gun,
you can steal mine.
yeah, just not make damn sure that you don't have an FFL.
Yeah.
A private citizen is an
If
FFL.
I had an FFL, boy.
Oh yeah. And they say
Whole
that
way to
this
the
is
federal
going to what's it going to do? Prevent criminals from becoming repeat offenders.
Okay.
So the punishment that they get now isn't effective enough. I mean, really? It's a crime. They need to go to jail anyway. Anyhow, it's boring. It's a Lindsey Graham proposed.
I mean, how
Lindsey
often does
Graham
that
bill.
happen? Who the hell steals from? Who steals from an FFL? Their stuff is locked up tight.
Maybe this is so they can say, "Hey, look what we're doing. We're doing something for the Second Amendment. You guys told us we need to crack down. We need to strengthen the laws that we have that are already on the books."
Yeah.
Maybe this is their attempt at doing so.
Oh, here, listen to this. You see, when those criminals commit their crimes, are caught, then sent away for a good long time, what we have is a reduced number of criminals on the streets.
It's a failure to communicate. Never mind.
Oh, my gosh. They can't break into gun stores if they're behind bars.
Who breaks into a gun store then?
The-
I mean, how often does that happen?
No, people, it's a smash and grab out of the freaking car window when you leave it your gun on
that's what happens.
in your car overnight, or it's a break into your house, or
Yeah.
it's I don't know. I think it's just a waste. He's looking like he's doing something
my gosh.
important.
I don't know. That's scary because you get too many of these stories that are too light on details, and it's like something we gotta keep an eye out on this one because there may be something else coming out with it later. It's like,
Or are they trying to draw our attention to this and not, like you said, look at the right hand, not the left.
right. I'm wondering what the fine print is on that. I know the left is pushing to get to sue, make gun manufacturers liable for the firearms. They've been pushing that. They've been wanting that forever, but now they're talking about it even more.
Yeah.
Good grief, you got these commies all running for president. It's like, oh my God.
Okay, that's something, isn't it? I mean, what other time in our country's history have you had blatant communists running?
Trying to outdo
Seriously,
each other.
running.
Out commieing each other.
Yeah. Oh, for Pete's
You're not
sake.
commie enough.
Right. Oh, for the love of Pete, we're going to hell. This nation.
It's not looking pretty.
It's circling the drain. If all these people could put up there communists?
all of
Are
them.
you shitting me?
And outdoing each other. And then
Yeah.
when Nancy Pelosi is the moderate,
Oh, my gosh.
when she's the voice of calm,
And the voice of reason. Nancy freaking Pelosi.
we're in trouble, man. We're in trouble.
Oh,
the
my
prognosis ain't good.
It is not. It is not good. Yeah, we got to change hearts and minds. That's all it is. This nation is circling the toilet because
We
the
can't
people
live
are
together.
choosing to listen to communism and socialism.
We can't live together. We getting real deep in this, but I don't think we can live together. There's too much of a divide.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
Just go to Canada if you don't like it. Shit.
But they won't. They won't
I
turn
know,
us
they
into
said it.
Canada.
Where are all these people that said they're going to move out if Trump gets elected?
Yeah.
Why are you still here?
They're determined to make us Canada.
Go away. Sheesh.
Well, I got a guy here that maybe he should go to Canada. You ever heard the gun or the firearms industry definition of what a Fudd is?
What?
A Fudd, like an Elmer Fudd. He believes in guns for hunting and
those guys
sporting activities, but does not believe in gun for self-defense, firearms for self-defense. So right here, this guy wrote this article. I didn't get his name because I try to save ink. Okay. Says, yeah, when I printed it off.
You can't write his name.
No, I didn't.
Oh, that takes too much
I do
ink.
this like 10 minutes before you guys show up.
You don't
Be
want
in
to
there
bleed your pen
taking
dry.
pictures of it for a long.
That's right. Says, you don't need to hike with a gun. Unless you're hunting, it's a terrible
That is
idea.
madness.
It's
See,
a-
I got to stop you already.
it's
That's
a-
crazy.
I know. It's a terrible idea to pack heat in the backcountry.
What?
Says earlier this month, I'm not going to read the whole article. I'm just going to read the first little part of it. Says, and then we can discuss it. I'll touch on the points. It's maddening. The whole thing's maddening. By the way, this article was sent to us by a listener, buddy of mine. His name is Levi Kress. Messaged this to me and gave it to us as podcast material. So
Thank you, listener.
that's right. We appreciate it, Levi. Earlier this month, a thru hiker was stabbed to death on the Appalachian Trail in Virginia. After a few cursory moments of thoughts and prayers, the internet started offering suggestions that hikers arm themselves with guns. Comments on the outside social media channels ranged from thoughtful to truly paranoid. But what surprised me most was how many people claimed to carry a gun on the trails. People carry guns when they go into the woods. Did you know that?
I carry a gun when I go to Walmart.
Yes, that's right. Carry one
You think
when
I'm going out there with
carry
wild
one. I
animals?
carry
man?
one when I go to the pisser. So where's oh, it says I am not the guy. This is the guy that wrote this article. He says I am not anti-gun, nor am I a city-dwelling ideologue. I've lived in Montana for nearly 20 years, and I own guns. The only time I carry one into the woods, however, is to hunt, to kill game. That's what they were built to do.
No, it was not.
I've been an outdoor writer and editor for nearly as long, covering everything from skiing and climbing to hunting and fishing. I own a backcountry guide service and operate exclusively in grizzly country, including some of the most bear-dense parts of Yellowstone. I've had dozens of grizzly encounters, run-ins with polar bears on Arctic ski expeditions, and more than a few awkward conversations with disturbed individuals over the years, all without a sidearm and no worse for wear. Some of these experiences were scary, but I've never pulled the trigger on my bear spray, much less a pistol.
This shithead needs to go watch The Revenant.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, with that controversial scene that we wasn't sure about that bear. That bear. Okay.
You kiss him to death?
Let me see here. There's one thing. Oh, this is the part that got me. Guns were part of my. He says, I've also worked as an armed courier, transporting millions of dollars in an armored freightliner, a job that required defensive firearms training and certification.
Let me know your schedule, brother. I know you ain't going to do nothing.
With law enforcement and former military contractors. Guns were part of my wardrobe, and I'm comfortable with almost any firearm you could put in my hand. It's guns in other people's hands that make me nervous. I'm not going to go on the article because it's just absolutely ridiculous. But he's what we'd call a Fudd, right? An Elmer Fudd, or a Fudd for short.
Got some other names for him, yeah.
Yeah. I don't understand. So, I mean, is it like an anti in disguise? That's pretty much what that is,
Much
right?
is, yeah. What an
I don't
asinine
believe,
article.
Yeah, I don't believe that dude.
Do you believe
Something's
that
wrong
dude?
with
Do
it,
you
no.
believe that dude even exists?
I
no.
don't. That sounds like a troll. Seriously.
Yeah, it really does.
Or an AI printed that up. That's that's not believable.
That's North Korea hacking into the system, man.
You are not that comfortable with guns and use guns all those times and say, but I'd never use it on a person. What are you going to do?
Yeah. What am I
supposed to do? Spit at them?
Here's the thing. I went and ran a trail this morning that I've never run before. It's out in the hills, and I read last month someone encountered a mountain lion on the trail.
This guy said he got into it with bears.
I know.
Without a gun.
What I'm
Without
saying
a gun.
What I'm saying is I ran and
All right.
I carried a firearm
right.
when I was running today. Okay, I carry on the trails all the time. I carry whenever I'm in the woods, camping, whatever.
Always. True.
This guy's a freaking tool bag.
Some kind of bag.
He's yeah.
Hard to believe that's the actual human and not an AI trying to. They're testing AI algorithms or something because that's ridiculous.
This guy's a Democratic.
You running
bot.
into bears? Bears? What's your plan?
On Arctic
Poke them in the eye?
on Arctic expeditions.
Polar bears are the same. Those are
Polar
even more
bears
aggressive.
are more
Yeah,
aggressive.
yeah.
They're worse.
Yeah. Not that I've ever ran into one and have any expertise.
Yeah, there you go. But if I do, guess what? I'm prepared.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, all you got to do is outrun your buddy. So you have.
I had
Oh, shit.
you shoot your
So
buddy and then run like
today,
hell.
earlier today, all I had to do was kick my son in the knee and take off.
From the mountain lion's going to go after him anyway because he's a smaller target, right?
Why do you think I run with a dog? Take him. Here, I'll tie you to a tree.
Get him,
you.
Izzy.
I'll
get him.
I'm gonna tie her to the tree for you.
I think that dog can outrun you, though.
Probably.
That's what'll suck. The dog will be back home.
That's why
You'll be lunch.
Well, and that's a chance I take. But I used to run with that dog on a waist leash. Not anymore. The dog's not going to attract nothing to me. It's on its own.
Oh, serious? Yeah, yeah. That's oh my gosh.
Sorry,
It's
dog.
an
Every
anchor.
man for himself.
Yeah,
That's
that
right.
thing's an anchor now. Yeah.
Pretty much. So anyhow, just an article that was sent to me. I thought it was.
That is insane.
Completely.
What publication was that? Do you know?
I can look it up here. Real quick.
Yeah, I don't believe that's real.
Yeah.
I don't believe that's a real person. And if it is, you're such a liar.
It's called OutsideOnline.com.
Are they funded by MoveOn.org?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pulling it up here. We'll see.
I'm curious if
It's like an outside publication, outside magazine.
It's great clickbait for the
Yeah.
His guy's name is Drew Pog.
Damn
Pog.
hippie.
Drew Pog. It sounds like a made up name anyway.
Yeah, that guy's full of shit. He doesn't
a
exist.
bear.
A bear.
I want to know what his plan is.
Right.
He didn't even pull his bear spray. I mean, what is he talking? He saw a bear a half mile away?
No, he's talking about when he dealt with even people that were on the trail that didn't seem like they were in their right mind. He goes, I never even had to pull my bear spray.
I'm bear spraying you, man.
Yeah.
That's not lethal. Get out of here. I'm putting the cone on you, man.
And it's a tasty condiment.
Yeah, then you're in trouble. But yeah, bears. No, that's crazy. That is insane. If it's not for self-defense, that's the classic argument that all we need is single-shot rifles and all this
shit,
garbage. And I'm like, no, dude, no, we don't.
Well, how many people, you hear it all the time. I mean, I've heard about this Appalachian, this guy got killed. I mean, just last year alone, there was some wacko up in Boise on one of the foothill trails right outside of the city where people walk their dogs and stuff. And he was standing up on a hill screaming obscenities at people and chasing people's dogs. So, I mean, you could be
Chasing
anywhere.
dogs.
Yeah, I mean, we've all done that. I go stand on the hill and shout obscenities all the time.
What kind of dog did you have to get run off, man? I'd kind of have a problem with my dog.
There you go.
Yeah, if the dog ain't going to protect you.
Yeah, what's up, dog? Ankle biters or something?
Ankle biter, yeah.
Yeah, they need to rethink their priorities.
I go run with the big one I got.
Well, I tell you what, I have actually read the Constitution, and nowhere does it say anything about, the size of deer that you're trying to shoot. Nowhere. That's not what it's for. That's some moronic stuff that if this is a person, just made up. It's ridiculous. What it was put there for is to defend yourself against overreaching government. That's what it was for. That's the exact reason it was for. We had, when it was written, at the time the Constitution was written, we had the exact same firearms as the military. Matter of fact, we loaned them a lot because we had better. We've fallen way behind. I want a tank.
Preach it, brother.
I like it. I
Feel
like
the spirit.
it. Woo. I'm going to have to tone that down on there.
Oh, sorry, dude.
It's okay. It's all good. It's all good.
Oh, sorry. I'll talk sideways.
No, don't talk sideways. That's horrible. I can barely hear you.
Do you hear
Yeah,
that?
so that's not what it was written for. We were the military. We loaned them rifles. We had better rifles than they did. We had cannons. We had fallen behind. We had the exact same thing that they had. Now we can't have a bump stock.
I can't have a bump stock. I can't have a freaking battleship. I can't have a freaking
tank.
Tank.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get rid of that tank out back there.
That's right. I have to take
that
it back.
Sherman out there. Yeah, it's just it's too much.
So
Actually, you can get an armored car pretty cheap. A used armored car, and you got a tank, baby.
well,
mini tank, little armored.
a couple of weeks ago, we celebrated Dozer, that guy in the Dozer.
I don't remember that. What was that?
Oh, that guy in that little Colorado town.
Dozer Man.
Dozer Man. Yeah,
Okay.
he armored up his freaking Dozer.
That was safe.
You're not talking the Matrix.
No.
No,
You
actual
don't know
Dozer
what
Man.
we're talking about?
I have no idea.
Oh, this happened like back in the 80s, I think.
Yeah, he had
Guy in
enough, man.
Some little town in Colorado.
Wrecked the town.
Yeah, he did. He had a muffler shop. He had a muffler shop.
Don't mess with the muffler man.
And the government, the city government, whatever, came in and they were going to build something and they were going to pretty much cut off his access for his customers to get into his freaking muffler shop.
And they kept rezoning him
and so
doing all kind of crap, legal loopholes to try. And, they were shutting him down. Is what they were running him out of business.
He offered to build the road. So he went and bought all dozers and equipment to build this freaking. He was going to do it himself, and they fined him and did all kinds of stuff. And so this guy just kind of like disappears for like he was there, but he's kind of went quiet for like a year.
It's on video. You got to see it.
He was He was doing all.
He pulled his dozer. He pulled his dozer into his garage and armored the piss out of this thing. And I don't even think he shot. He didn't even use firearms. He jumped in his dozer and he had a list of people.
I think he was shooting back at one point.
Was he? I don't remember.
It was a while back, but I think
you mean like he welded
plates.
plates
frame,
and
they couldn't get him out. So he had a list of people. He had a list of people, and he went to their houses
and ran
everyone
over the house.
who was on the city council and freaking destroyed. The only reason he got caught is because he went into some building and he
lost the track.
Yeah, he lost the track.
Oh, yeah, they tried to block him with a fire truck. He ran and pushed the fire truck out the way. It's like, get out of here.
This man is my hero now. This is awesome.
Libertarians unite.
Yeah, seriously. I love you, libertarians. You guys are awesome.
He ran over City Hall.
Man, I'd like to do that with a certain local hospital. That'd be great.
Yeah, I owe him a little bit.
So you got some more stories over there?
I don't know, man. I don't have any stories.
You do too.
I do have a story. Florida woman.
Woman?
Or Florida man. No, it's a Florida.
Wait, did he get married?
It was a man. Nope. Florida man.
I forgot what he has.
Florida correctional officer accidentally shoots himself during firearms training session. A Florida corrections officer accidentally shot himself in the leg Friday morning during firearms practice at the gun range.
What I love is the word that's pretty much all the article is.
They don't say too much.
What I hate actually is the word accidental. There is no accidental discharge. It's a negligent discharge. Okay, you depress that trigger unless the gun just mechanically just malfunctions and goes bang by itself.
Well, all these ARs are killing people of their own volition. So maybe the thing just got tired of being abused by this guy.
That's right.
Like, screw you, bang! And he just got bit him in the leg.
He wanted a little publicity for it.
That's right. That poor gun needed to get out of there. I mean, it was an abusive relationship, and that was his way of acting out and getting some attention, getting out of that guy's holster.
There you go.
They didn't even put his name on this.
Probably it. Yeah, I hate that. I hate that accidental discharge. There are no accidental discharges. You freaking pulled the trigger. And they especially use that when it comes to law enforcement. Like the guy in Twin Falls who did it over at the jail. Accidental.
I expect the same
bullshit
there.
Bullshit. It was not accidental.
Well,
negligent.
Yeah, just like you using your revolver. That made your bullshit alarm go off. That made mine go off.
Yeah, here you go. Hey, I like shooting that revolver.
Well, which one? Are you going to buy one?
What?
Well, how big was it? How big was the barrel?
I don't know.
Well, it wasn't a snubby.
No.
Oh,
It was a nice one. Yes, it was nice. Whatever it was, I'll ask him. I don't look at that stuff.
Was it blued or was it
silver?
Was it shiny or was it dark?
It was shiny.
It's got to be a 686. That's the most. That's everybody's got a 686.
It kind of underneath the barrel kind of had like a little decorative like fin thing that said 357 on the end of it.
Really?
Yeah.
It was engraved all over. They have little.
I don't know. I should have taken a picture of it.
And
I should have taken a picture of it.
Like We the People and tribute to John Wayne. And
no,
it wasn't engraved like that.
No.
Oh.
So you're going to get a revolver?
No, I didn't say that.
Why not? Why don't you?
Oh, Smith got a
I'm
real
going to get
nice
500.
trigger.
I'm going to get 500 Smith.
Yeah, it ain't going to pinch your finger. If anything, it'll break your ulna and radius.
You won't notice it.
As long as I can still run.
Right. Be pulling your britches down, you carrying it in your britches.
Oh, I think that's it for stories. Is that it?
Yeah, pretty much. There's one here that's it's more of an opinion piece.
I forgot about that one.
So it's not really a story, but one of the victims.
I printed it off. It's a damn story.
Oh, well. You're that determined not to waste ink. It's a story now.
That's right.
One of the victims from the Virginia Beach shooting, basically, give you a quick summary instead of reading this whole what ifs and everything. She had concerns about this guy that had seen violence in him before, she was scared of him. She wanted to carry her firearm. She had a firearm. She was trained with a firearm. But her company's policy was not to have a firearm there. And she wanted to honor her company's policy. And she didn't have a firearm. And now she's dead. And nothing against the woman, but what they don't know ain't going to harm them.
The spirit of concealed carry is that no one knows.
Yes.
No one's supposed to know.
Right.
Well, if you need it, if I have to pull my firearm, it's pretty ugly, and you can fire me, but I hopefully won't be dead.
Well, do I want to, we're going to look at like employees. Do I want to work for someone if I'm really that scared to take my firearm because maybe I'm not supposed to, I'm afraid they're going to fire me? Do I really want to work for that person? Because they're jeopardizing my life at that point.
I'll work for them, but I'm not going to listen to what you say. You look at the woman from Libby's Cafe in Texas. She had a permit. She had a firearm. She had a permit. Libby's Cafe, it was Texas law at the time. I don't remember what it was. This was back in the 80s. She left the firearm in her car.
Okay.
The gunman came in, killed both of her parents.
Yep.
Killed both of her parents. She testified before Congress. Just look up Libby's Libby Cafe shooting in Texas, and you can. She did an hour testimony before Congress.
It was brutal. It was awesome.
Awesome story. But she left her firearm, trying to honor what they wanted or what the law was, trying to stay within the law. And this is a bad law. And now both her parents died.
And she sat there and watched them die. They were shot right next to her.
Oh my God.
And she knew she had a firearm in her car that she didn't bring into work because she was trying to honor her employer's policy.
I think that was the state law at the time, I believe.
Was it?
It was back in the 80s.
Okay.
It was early 80s, so I don't remember. Joe Biden was up there, obviously doing all his same old stupid crap he's always done. He's always been wrong about everything. But, yeah, I'm sorry. What they don't know ain't going to hurt nobody.
If you're doing it right, no one will ever know.
Right.
You shouldn't be printing. You shouldn't be
and it's
pulling
one
out
of
and showing people. It's concealed. It's put away. No one will ever know.
I think there's a lot more people out there that do it and carry where they want to when they want to than what we know because they do it correctly. And then there's a few that get caught because they're idiots and they don't do it correctly and they like to tell people and they're just it's my Second Amendment right. Just keep it to your freaking self. It's there when you need it.
That at the very least, when he couldn't do anything else, this dude would carry a gun. And when he couldn't get away with anything else, had to, change clothes and everything to enter different areas of this place, he took one of those little 22 5-shots, the ones that come in a belt buckle a lot of times, and he'd stick that in his pocket. And he'd put it in a rubber glove, and you wouldn't know it. He'd just be going to – he kept something.
He did rubber carry?
Huh? No, I hope not. I don't know. We didn't get that personal. I don't know.
Wrap your gun in rubber before you use it.
Yeah,
well, make sure.
Well, he carried rubber gloves for his work, and he just stuck one in a rubber glove,
so they wouldn't see it if you had to change clothes or whatever.
And he had a little holster for it, a little tiny holster, and he stuck it in a rubber glove, and you can't see it. It's in a holster. And I was like, dude, 22. I'm like, would you rather have nothing? I'm like, yeah, you got a good point. At least you got 5 shots, 22. You got a noisemaker or something.
You get a little North American Arms with some 22 mag. That's not.
I think that's what that was. The ones that come in the belt buckle are used to. Do they still do that?
Yeah, I think you can buy them.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you don't have one. You like those little specialty guns.
I almost got one until I actually worked the functions. Have you ever worked one of those?
Oh, yeah.
They're iffy? Are they cheap?
Well, it's like pull it back and kind of turn it with it. It was pretty. I don't know how good they were 20 years ago, but they wasn't that special when I got
that little Derringer that you had at the 245.
That ain't that little. That's a big old. I was disappointed in that. I'm like, good grief, man, that's a heavy thing.
But it's better than nothing if you could hide it somewhere.
Yeah, 245 rounds. Though it's so heavy, it's so bulky that
it's a freaking. Do you still have that?
I got it.
It's a handful and a half to shoot. Oh, bam!
What does it shoot? It's a 45?
45.
Colt or ACP?
ACP.
Wow. My father-in-law had the
if you can hit anything,
right? My father-in-law had the Smith and Wesson version of the Taurus thing that shoots ACP.
Oh yeah.
Colt, and then a 410.
The
Governor. I think it's
government
called.
or
Governor.
Yeah,
Governor.
It was a Smith, so nice trigger, really nice. So he sent it with his wife to come shoot with me one time.
Gun.
It is. It's a monster.
It's huge.
Well, I thought, let's shoot some 410 out of it just at the first to see. to get the mother-in-law used to shooting a big gun.
That
The
cylinders.
410, the 410 was more recoil than the 45.
If I remember right, he was dead set on her shooting that gun, wasn't he?
He really wanted her to shoot that because it's a great home defense weapon.
Right.
It's a pistol that shoots shotgun shells. Yeah.
What did you shoot through it? Buckshot or?
I think that's
Bird
what we had
shot.
was
Okay.
was bird shot.
Okay.
Not buck. Yeah, we had some bird. Maybe there was some buck. He bought some buck and sent it with us. Anyway, you can't fit very many buck shells or buckshot in a
In a 410?
410.
Oh, but when it's coming out at
But-
close range.
Right.
Yeah.
If you get like double O or triple up buck, it's like you get 3 of them.
Wow.
There. And but man, 330 caliber projectiles coming at you. Much
Well,
better than
double aught
one.
buck is what? 30 caliber.
It's about 30,
what is
yeah.
triple aught?
Yes.
Okay.
And then Winchester came out with that special round that had like discs in
The
it.
discs, yeah.
Yeah,
Fire up
like
the disc
washers or
tumble
something.
and go
Crazy.
around. Yeah.
I wonder what that's doing to your barrel. Anyway,
I don't know. Well, it's got to be. They got to make the metal softer than the barrel, so it'll catch the lands and go down there. And even if it doesn't catch the lands, if it's just bumping around down there, it won't hurt it.
I was curious about it because it's kind of a new gimmicky thing. And I'm like, yeah. And then I picked it up and I'm like, good grief, that thing's huge.
It is big because it's got a 6-round cylinder
Right. And it's got to be long enough to hold.
to hold a 410.
Yeah, 410 shell.
Right.
It's
And
like,
I-
good grief.
Yeah. Taurus makes one. The Taurus version comes. You can either get the short or the long.
Right.
It shoots the. What's the longest 410? The shotgun
Long
shells?
coat.
Is it
Oh,
a
it's, well,
410? Is it a 3-inch or like
Yeah,
2 and
I
3
think
quarters?
it's-
Yeah, it'll shoot 3-inch. The big one.
yeah, that was,
Yeah.
what was the name of that? The Taurus? Judge.
Yeah.
And then the other one was the
only
governor.
it's only a 5-shot,
Oh,
but the Smith is a 6.
wow, that's even bigger.
Right. Yeah,
Smith
it
was
was.
behind the ball on that one.
It was a
of
heavy
course,
w-
who would have thought that would have took off?
It was a heavy weapon. That's right. Something. Yeah, it's about like carrying the 500 X frame down your britches when you're running.
It's noticeable. I love that little Ruger. That 357. Was it LCR?
Oh, right. Okay.
It's nice little. I like it. Nobody else likes it, but I like it.
Is
It's
it
all right.
Is he got a Ruger trigger?
You shot it.
Did I? I can't remember shit.
That's the one with the, it's got like it's the polymer.
Yeah, the polymer frame.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Oh,
LCR.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I've got one.
I was thinking about that.
Yeah, I've got one in the safe.
You got one? You got a
It's not-
revolver?
What?
It's not mine. They
Oh,
wanted.
man,
They
now he's
wanted.
trying to disown
I
it.
didn't think you would pollute your own gun safe with a revolver.
It's not mine.
Is it a 40 cal?
No. Would you guys just crap your shorts if I showed up with like a revolver and a 40 cal?
I would. I'd have to wear a diaper.
That would be awesome.
That would be great. You should get one.
I should just to get it.
Just to, yeah. I will shit my pants in public if you get a revolver.
Damn, that's commitment.
That is right there.
Will you take
Get
your
one.
shirt off and let us shoot you with the Sims rounds?
You already pounded me in the ass with one. No, this isn't Jackass. We're not doing that.
I tell you what, it was good to have you back, Dean.
Right, it's so much fun to come here and just unload.
Starting to get warm though.
It is starting to get a little
Yeah,
hot.
it's
now.
getting
I'm starting to
hot
get a
out
little tired. I'm like, I'm wore out, man.
Yeah, me too.
Man, bear, pig.
Man, bear, pig. I think Mark sent me something on that. I think I got to take a look and see if that's what he sent me some picture. So I don't know. I didn't open it up yet. I'm trying to stay focused.
Guys, I'm super cereal.
I don't laugh because
Yeah.
I've never seen that show,
I
dude.
don't know.
Shit, oh dear. Yeah, it's
I've
Al
never
Gore.
seen that. never
It's
seen
Al
it.
Gore being serious.
So can you make it back next week?
I'll try. Certainly, I'll try. It's up to what the family's got going on and what the wife has.
Do I need to call the wife?
Well,
Put my foot down?
are you shitting me? Oh, Todd.
You wouldn't survive, would
Holy
you?
balls, Todd. No, my wife is awesome. She's great.
It's Kate. Hey, Dean. This isn't live, dude. There's no live video going right now. There's no live video feed.
It's recorded forever though. It's recorded forever.
Oh my gosh, I've already lost my man card, my testicles. Now I'm gonna go home and she's gonna stab me.
He's gonna stab.
No, she's not. I might no.
Okay, well, I think we are done for the evening, boys.
How long's it been?
It's been an hour.
No shit, that went by so fast.
It is so fast. So
Great.
See you guys later.
Boogly. It's so good to be back. Good to see you guys again.
Okay.
Thanks to all our listeners and shit.
And shit.
And shit.
Bye.